Okay guys, so it's time to declutter my large palettes. I have an entire box of smaller palettes. Let's just go through and do the large palettes. So let's start off with my Natasha Denonas. I have the green brown, the star, the sunset, the tropic, and the lila, and I am not willing to part with any of these. They were expensive. I purchased all of them myself, so they are all staying. Moving on, we have the Sephora and Pantone Universe palette. If I can open it. I think this one's really fun, but I rarely reach for it anymore, so I'm going to pass this one along. The IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palettes. They are like felt top, and inside they have a lot of like really nice kind of muted tones. They're very pretty. They're really nice quality. These I'm on the fence about, so I'm going to put them in a maybe pile. The Profusion Royals I just purchased myself, so I'm going to hold on to this one. It's a really nice Brights palette. The Pixie and Chloe Morello palette I never reach for. I'm going to pass on that one. The Pixie by Petra Festive Eyes palette, I'm not sure about. That's going to go in the maybe pile. My Too Faced Semi-Sweet and Peach palette I am definitely going to keep. I love both of these. The Sephora and Gem palette is stunning, but I have not reached for it in about a year, so I am going to pass on this one. My Lorac Unzipped palette. I love the Lorac shadows, the Lorac formula. I am keeping this one. The Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. It's all cool tone shades, and while it's nice, I never reach for this one, so I'm going to pass on that one. Crayola Beauty. This is the face palette. Looks like this inside. I never reach for this one, so I'm going to pass that one along. Here are my Anastasia palettes. I have the Catwalk, Lavish, Amrezy, Artist. What's this one called? Self-Made? Yeah, and Subculture. I really love the quality of these shadows, so I'm going to keep all of these. All right, we have two palettes from Rimmel. I wasn't a big fan of the colors one, but I did like the shades in the jewel ones. I'm going to keep this one and pass this one along. The Meryl Norman Knockout Nudes was a beautiful nude palette. I don't really have a nudes palette, so I'm going to hold on to this one. Urban Decay Ultimate Basics. I also really like this one, even though my mirror fell out. And sorry that the coloring is weird. I feel like everything looks weird on top of this green, so bear with me. NYX Beauty School Dropout palette. Let's see what this one is. Mirror, Shadows, and Face palette. It's just big and bulky, and I rarely reach for it, so this one's going goodbye. Lorac Pro Beauties Who Brunch. This is the all pastel one. I really love this one, especially for the spring, so I'm going to hold on to this one. Makeup Revolution Soph X. I love this palette. I've used it so much. Really, really beautiful. You can see all the colors here. I love it. Keeping that one. Morphe and Kathleen Lights. I think this is my only Morphe palette, and I love this one, and I love supporting Kathleen. Keeping this one. The Alamar Cosmetics. I think this is such good quality. I'm definitely keeping this one. The NYX Birthday palette, which I got last year for my birthday from Ulta. It's like a really nice fall palette, so I honestly should be using it right now. Really good quality, really nice pigmentation, so I'm going to keep this one. My Sephora Pro palettes, I am obsessed with all of these, and I really want to get the newer ones, but I'm definitely going to hold on to these. I have the Editorial, the Cool, and the Warm. My BH Cosmetics Foil Eyes palette, they're already starting to fall out of their pans. It just, I mean, they're nice quality, and they're really, well, they're really nice foiled shadows. I especially love this kind of yellowy shade. Yellowy green. Maybe I should hold on to this one. All right, we'll hold on to this one. Next up, we have the Milani Most Love Mattes and Bold Obsessions. I think these are both excellent drugstore palettes. I'm going to keep both of them. These are Miskos palettes. It's a brand you can purchase on Amazon. This one It was nice, but there really isn't a full look for me here, so I'll pass on that one. And since this one has the deep blue, it's nice, but still, I don't find myself reaching for this. Next up, we have two Lorac Pros. We have the Mega 3 and the Mega 2. This one is more of like the cranberry shades. Really pretty. I love this olive shade down here. And the Pro 2 has like more blues. And I really love both of these. They're such good quality. I mean, look at that swatch. Just amazing. So I am keeping these. I would have to say that Denona and Lorac and Sephora make my favorite palettes so far. Next up, we have two palettes from Japanesque. This one is... doesn't say. Okay, neither of them say what they are. Just Japanesque. This one is their eye palette. They're very neutral, very basic, very dull colors in my opinion. And this is the face palette, which I never reach for, even though this highlight is really pretty. So I'm going to pass on both of these. And that just leaves us with these two. This is the Makeup Addiction Flaming Love. It's the only thing I own by that brand, and I just think these colors are stunning. I really don't want to part with this one, so I'm gonna hold on to this one. And then the Pixie and It's Judy Time palette. While it's nice, I feel like I have so many other palettes with this kind of warm color story, so I'm gonna pass on this one. So that just leaves these three to decide about, so I will try these in the next week or so and make up my mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this large palette declutter. Stay tuned for the small palette declutter coming soon. Bye guys.